What are teenagers looking at online? It's the question parents ask themselves daily. And as social media sites refuse to release the data, we're all left in the dark. To get some insight into this, I set aside my own social media profiles to instead experience the online world as a teenage boy. I signed up to TikTok, Instagram, YouTube and Snapchat as a 16-year-old named Sean to see what content would come up on my pages and what the algorithm would throw my way. To begin with, my feed was full of stunt videos, Formula One and football. But the more time I spent online and the more content I engaged with, the less innocent things became.
We are going to England for free housing and benefits!
I do not allow my girlfriends to have guy friends. There is no platonic friendship in a man's mind with an attractive woman.
Are Muslims taking over the UK? Did you know there are over 3,000 mosques in England right now?
I didn't expect to see so much extremist content. Lots of anti-immigrant narratives and a proliferation on my feed of what I would call conspiracy influencers.
In Ireland, online platforms are awash with content that is hateful or racist or xenophobic. We see so much anti-LGBTQ mis and disinformation. And for young males, I think it's quite likely they will see a lot of manosphere content, not through active searching, but through that kind of passive exposure via recommendation systems.
The structure of these sites exacerbates things further. Swipe a well-researched news report and you're onto a video promoting bad science, with all content given equal weight and credence. And we know this messaging escapes the online world.
We've seen the growth in misogyny massively. Some of the kids with the younger female teachers being very disrespectful and being disrespectful in the classroom with their peers, and that has never been the case. That's kind of creeping in the last year or two.
Explicit content, extremist views, violence and self-harm, and all this in our teenagers' pockets. Last year, the Australian government implemented a ban on social media for under 16s. And many other governments say they may follow suit. But will these rulings really prevent teenagers accessing harmful content? Or will teenagers, as usual, find a way around parental controls?